Beautiful. You look pretty.
He looks the prettiest out
Yeah,
of all
right?
of us.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm not
I know.
pretty. He's super pretty.
Well, here
Look
we
at
are.
the socks and shit.
Here we are.
Yeah.
It's Eat, Talk, Repeat. We're back at it. We're on the road. We traveled about 2 blocks.
It was a long walk.
Two
It must
blocks.
have taken me, what, 90 seconds? Yeah.
I know. And here we are at Echo Taste Sound on Main Street in the Arts District with the one and only Chef Nat Young.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Applause.
Yes.
Excited to be here.
Yes, well, we're excited to be here. This is a lovely spot. It's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. I'm super proud of it.
I keep saying, this is what I want my living room to look like when
Yeah.
I finish furnishing it.
I want to steal some of this furniture.
You've looked at these.
Oh, yeah. My wife has she's got her eye on all kinds
Yeah.
of things around here. Yeah.
Okay, so how long has this spot been open?
4 months exactly.
Exactly?
Exactly.
Oh, well, 4 is my lucky number, so
Yeah,
there we are.
Yeah, I think 3 days ago we figured out that it was 1 year exactly on the 3rd that we started.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is exciting. So, explain Echo Taste Sound to people. Because I've been in here a few times, and I know it's a great, as we say, vibe.
Yeah.
A certified vibe.
Certified vibe.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Here we
Here
go.
from Matt, a little refreshments
now
from
I
you
can
guys.
start
Yes.
talking. Thank you,
There
Matt.
you go.
Thank you,
Yes.
mixologist
All
Matt.
right. Yeah.
Matt,
Here's
thank
cheers
you.
to-
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers, Matt.
Well, before she gets into it, here, let's
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Before she gets into it,
Oh, yep.
let you and I. Oh, that's delicious. Fantastic.
Yep.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Good job, Matt. Thank you.
All right, I got to
Thank
ask you.
you.
Something. Let you and I recount real fast
Oh, yeah.
how far back we go.
Oh, yes.
You came in to eat on my second day I was open.
EAT.
EAT.
What
But
year
we
is
go
that?
back farther than that, though.
Do we?
Yes. See, I knew I'd get you.
Yeah,
I
you
knew
got
I'd
me.
get
You
you.
got me. Tell me.
PJ Clark.
Oh, goodness. So that's like a, yeah, okay.
man.
It feels like a million years ago
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, what was it, 18 years ago,
Oh my
17
gosh,
years
yeah.
ago?
What is PJ Clark?
PJ Clark's was, you know where Joe's Stone Crab is?
Yes.
In the Forum Shops? Well, right to the right of it, it's now, I think, part of Joe's Stone Crab. PJ Clark's the iconic, famous tavern pub with a great burger. So it kind of was a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Opened there. I'm thinking 2006, 2007.
Long
Yeah,
time.
2006, 2007.
Yeah.
And I was nuts about the place.
Yeah?
I love the food. I mean, I walked out because I'd been to the one in New York
And
many
that's
times.
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
and
an institution.
and suddenly Natalie Young comes out of the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and you were already a veteran of Vegas kitchens,
Yeah.
but you were hitting all the cylinders there. I mean, it didn't work because, as I say, Joe's Prime Steaks and Seafood
Yeah.
sucks all the oxygen
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of that end of the Forum Shops.
agree.
Okay, but it was a fabulous restaurant. But that was the first time we met.
Okay.
Yeah, and I loved your
Wow.
food. I think you only lasted there a couple of years.
Yeah. I thought it was eat for sure.
Yeah, and then when you opened Eat, I was there. You're right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right away. Okay.
When
no.
did you open Eat?
2012.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so 2012, I come in, and right away I'm bonkers for the food. Because, I mean, again, you seem to do the upgraded American cuisine, which was what PJ Clark's was in a way.
It's like my thing.
It's
Yeah.
your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take chili, you can take
Yeah.
a New Mexican dish,
Yeah.
you can do
Right.
burgers, pancakes,
Right.
or
Oh.
pancake slut right
I
over
know.
here.
I
and
know.
you haven't
Okay.
tried them yet.
I know.
Oh.
And everyone knows this about me. So I get texts every weekend from people telling me you've got to go to Echo and get the pancakes. So
Yep. Got to do it.
Okay, with all of that, so let's talk about Eat. Let's talk about Echo and Sound
Sure.
right now.
Sure.
And then we'll fold things back into
Yeah.
Sure.
the other places as well. And then so you talk while I drink. Yeah.
So let's explain. Okay, so Eat. That's
Yeah.
where I think most people in Las Vegas are familiar with you from there.
100%.
And what was the inspiration behind that? And I guess what do you think made it so successful? And then I want to know why
The
now
transition to this?
we shifted over here.
Well, I think first of all, it was just a neighborhood that was lacking a community gathering spot. So I thought that was cool. And then as I worked in fine dining for many, many years, I thought, oh, why can't like my friends and stuff like have great food
Yeah.
with a grilled cheese with a linen napkin? Like, why not? Like, why
That's
not?
what we want.
And so, so I created Eat. I think there was just a desire to have a neighborhood restaurant that didn't exist quite yet in that area.
And this was right at the beginning
Yeah.
of sort of the Tony Hsieh revolution
Sure,
down
I
there,
was
right?
his first investment in small business.
And you were his most successful. I mean, he had a lot of failures, but not Natalie Young and EAT. It just took off from the get-go.
It really did.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. And I'm hugely grateful for the opportunity. And I'll never always be in gratitude for that experience.
Yeah. And then you got inspired to come down here. Why?
You know, Eat started shifting. I think I was done with Eat probably 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So everybody was like, oh my God, you're closing Eat. And I'm like, oh, I've been trying to figure out Eat for like 2 years. Construction, 2 years of construction.
Well,
in front
before
of
that,
it.
you had been at
Old Soul.
Old Soul.
Loved Old Soul.
Old Soul.
Great place. Interesting location.
But yeah, well, you seem to specialize in interesting
Right,
locations.
right.
This
Wait,
is
where
sort
was
of-
Old Soul?
Old Soul
Was
in
in
the
the-
Furniture Mart.
Oh, I heard
Yeah.
about this.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
COVID killed it.
1920s themed
oh.
restaurant. Beautiful restaurant.
All and
Yep.
every plate setting was different,
Yep.
based upon different antiques
Yep.
that Nat had found
Yep.
places.
Locally.
Local
Yeah.
antiques. The food again was beautiful. I mean, like grilled trout. I mean,
Yeah.
all kinds of fabulous stuff. But then COVID.
Yeah, COVID, and
just
and I think people forgot about it was a hard location to keep people remembering that it was there. That was there. It's
Right,
there.
yeah,
It's there.
right,
It's there.
right,
It's like
yeah.
Old Soul. Old Soul.
you got a downtown crowd, but it didn't get traction
Shift over there.
beyond
Yeah.
the downtown.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting
yeah,
spot.
yeah. So Old
It's-
Soul, Old Soul was a fave too.
It's
so
a really cool place.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we are, Echo Taste and Sound.
Yeah.
And I wanted to shift, believe it or not, from food into like just snacks and cocktails. And I wanted to do hot tea, loose leaf tea.
Oh.
I was kind of like, oh, it's a lot of money, food, employees, you know. And then
you get picky eaters like Ash Watkins.
yeah, you know,
Can I
pet
get the
peeves.
dressing on the side?
you
Yeah, I
know,
get it.
all the
God.
things, all the things.
Yeah.
So I think I just kind of felt like I ran my course with Eat, and I had a good time, and it was fantastic. And then I started looking for a space. I went to a place called E&P in Denver, a listening lounge, and I walked in, and I had the experience that you had when you walked in
Yes.
here. And I walked in, and I said, oh my goodness, like I've never seen anything. I got goosebumps. And I was like, this is the coolest place ever. Sat down. It had a great experience. I go, I want to do this, my version of this in Denver, in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Doesn't look anything like it. Doesn't have any. The only thing is that we're both hi-fi listening lounges, but that inspired me to do this. And so I was looking all over the Arts District for a space, probably half the size of this. And the Garys called me and said, hey, we have a space for you.
Oh.
And I said, no, you don't. And they say, it has a kitchen. I was like, no, it doesn't. And he came in, I was at Awana Coffee, and he came and picked me up and brought me over here. And I was like, wow.
This was going to be something else.
It was going to be, it was
brewery.
90% done brewery.
Yes.
brew pub.
Yeah, we had this fight on the podcast. 'cause-
Us?
Yeah, us disagree? What? Get locations wrong? Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was explaining this spot, and
Yeah.
I was like, the math doesn't add up because I thought there was a brewery going in here.
It was very close to being here, and then it wasn't.
Wow.
Well, I mean, what downtown needs is, 19th brew pub because,
Yeah.
18 of them aren't enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
seriously.
I'm not here to.
Yeah, I know I'm not going to get you to criticize, but I get a little. I think I'm oversaturated.
I think some diversity and some would
Exactly.
be, really cool.
Which is what's so cool about Echo Taste Sound, because there's nothing else like it down here.
There
Well,
At
I
all.
don't think there's anything like it, from my understanding, in the country. It's that different. So, and what separates us from other listening lounges, we have 4 sound systems, 2 analog vintage systems, a hi-fi Macintosh system, and then another system in our VIP room.
Wow.
So most hi-fi listening lounges have 1 system. So
We've
that's
got
kind of what
4.
separates us. Yeah.
How do you switch? Well, I mean, I'm an idiot when it comes to the. I mean,
So
you
could
can
just
up to me,
stop
I
after
listen to a transistor radio. That's how I.
It's,
used to
but
do it,
it's
okay?
it's a very different experience. The analog is one sound. The Sansui 9090 in the front here is one sound, and then the Macintosh in the back is one sound, and then the hi-fi, obviously the hi-fi Macintosh is another experience. And so I'd like to do a dinner where you listen to all the different equipment, and I explain to you while you're having dinner. You hear it and you eat, and I talk to you about what makes them different.
So you've always been an audiophile,
No.
or you just have become one?
You know, so somebody
Yeah.
asked me that a little while ago, and I remember when I was like, I don't know where this came from. It didn't just come out of the blue. When I was a little kid, my mom bought me one of those green portable record players.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
bought Elton John, Brown Dirt Cowboy. And I was such a weird kid. I would lay on my floor in my bedroom, and listen to that record over and over and over and over. And that memory came back, and I was like, oh, that's where this all comes from.
She was born in like 1997. She has
Yeah,
no
you know,
idea
do
what
what I'm
we're
talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
I know. My grandmother had a record player and all the old records, and I remember thumbing through them and then trying to get them to play
Yeah.
and mess with the needle.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like it's a ritual.
Yeah, no,
It's a
I
thing.
remember.
Yeah.
and you have to on the albums you find the right track and
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to get it going.
Yes.
You know,
no,
and
I
then-
remember
I have
that.
to tell a funny story. So I was a little intimidated by the equipment here, and I was feeling good. I was feeling myself one night, and I was like playing records, and I was doing really good. And the house was packed, and then I accidentally bumped the smaller turntable, and not only did it go, it went.
Oh,
And I was like, oh my God. It took me like a week to get back on there. But, you know, it's just, but it's like, it's also another lesson not take myself so seriously. Have fun. This is
Yes.
for fun, you guys. Like, you know, the opportunity to be able to show people a system like that, you wouldn't normally get to have the exposure to a system like this. It makes my heart really full, because if I came in here and saw this, it would literally almost make me cry, because I'm so touched by the equipment.
I'm not I'm not an audiophile by any means. Music, I enjoy and love it, but I'm not like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And John had told me that you were in here and getting ready to open, and one day I ran into you on the sidewalk, and so I introduced myself, and you brought me in, and the music was going, and that moment was just my jaw dropped, goosebumps, and then I think I sat on that couch
for a
for
while.
just
Yeah.
25 minutes,
Yeah.
just this is so cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's the takeaway for me, and what I want people to understand about this spot is you don't have to be music obsessed. You don't have to be into stereos, speakers, any of that.
Right.
Let this place educate you and kind of make you get there.
Or just groove on like the 70s R&B we're listening to right
Yes,
now. which-
100%.
Something else she knows nothing about.
But
okay.
it's all about just not taking myself too seriously and really enjoying the space and creating a space for people to come in and sit all the way down, lean all the way back, and relax. And relax.
Yeah.
Really, you've got great furniture in here.
Thank you.
To promote that relaxation.
So as much as I like talking about music,
Okay.
let's talk about food.
Okay,
Wait,
food.
yeah, so you were going to open this place without a kitchen
Yeah,
originally. It was
yeah.
literally just going to be,
Yeah,
was
I
there going to be a
forgot that.
bar?
I forgot,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the vision was bar, listening lounge,
Maybe
no
a couple snacks, but we didn't need a kitchen for them.
Okay.
So like caviar, maybe like toast and jelly and stuff like that, and butter, and then some loose leaf teas. I wanted to
was
do
it.
a loose leaf tea,
Okay.
and that's it.
And then the space spoke to you and said, no.
The Garys came and got me and said, we have the perfect space for you. I was looking at Sonic Rodeo initially. And so
yeah.
they brought me over here and said, hey, we have a space for you. And I was like, damn it, I guess the universe wants me to continue to do food. So here I am.
So here we are.
It would be a waste for you not to bring your pancakes to downtown. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't let that-
I mean, there's just so many things you're so good at.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
And that's kind of what sparked us coming in now is the pancakes have surfaced. You're doing brunch
Yeah.
and lunch. What are the days and
So just recently, I started breakfast and lunch, actually yesterday. Didn't tell anybody, just decided I'm going to do breakfast and lunch. And we've been doing brunch for about 3 Sundays.
okay.
So just kind of slow and low. That's how I don't do any big parties or anything. I just kind of open quietly and do my thing. And hopefully they come. Probably not the best business strategy, but it's how
Your
I do it.
employees will love you for
Yeah.
it.
It gives them a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you need more breakfast places downtown. I mean, in the I mean, I love 1228 Main.
Sure.
I love Winnie Ethel's, which is a couple
yeah.
miles
Sure.
down there. But yeah, I mean, people want to get something, grab something in the morning, and it was, and you're about to get what, another 1,000 people living right around here with all these.
And one thing is, I have my chef from Sherry from Eat, and one thing we're good at is a fast, consistent, delicious breakfast.
That's
So,
great.
In and out. See you later.
You're
Every
not
time
doing
you
your
come.
New Mexican green chili though. Chili verde. Huh?
Not yet.
See, she
Not
knows
yet.
that,
It's coming though. It's coming.
yeah.
You know me. I wanted to do a complete New Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Santa Fe.
I'm
or
not.
like
I'm from Colorado, but I absolutely
Well, she
want to
loves New
retire
Mexican food. She
in
knows
New
it,
Mexico.
yeah.
Yeah.
My
That's
son lives
That's
there.
my jam.
Yeah, and I go there to see my son all the time, and there's nothing like New Mexican food.
I
It's
know.
Yeah.
it's its own thing, but it doesn't travel well
Right.
out. It's not
People
like
can't do it.
Yeah. People
Like
just
people
can't.
can't. Yeah.
Well,
Can't
you
figure
need
it out.
those fresh chilies,
It's just a thing. It's like mom's recipe. It's like, and New Mexican food isn't Mexican food, and people get confused with that. It's a very different experience.
Right.
I lived in Santa Fe for about 5 years. Absolutely love it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of
It's a thing,
sopapillas.
man. Yeah.
It's green and red chili. It's chili with no meat in it. It's kind of
Right.
like almost
Yeah.
like a sauce.
It's a sauce.
Yeah, but
It-
but it's also kind of diner food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But diner food with a very particular vernacular to it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? With the way they do the eggs
Sure.
and the tortillas and things
Sure.
and the sopapillas. And people they'll throw a New Mexican idea into a dish,
Right.
but they don't just do it. And
Right.
to get the good stuff, you either have to know her or you go to Santa Fe or Albuquerque. That's about it.
So what's anyone that knows Eat and the breakfast and lunch they would get at Eat, what's the big difference they'll find when they come here? In addition to just the music and
Yeah.
the audio experience.
Well, the environment.
Yeah.
I think that I ate differently when I opened Eat. I was
Okay.
probably almost 300 pounds. So the portions are a little more manageable here.
Oh yeah, she
I
was.
have some.
Nat
I
was a big girl
Yeah,
at one point. Yeah.
So I've
She
lost
was-
probably about 120 pounds.
Congrats.
And so here it's more I don't like to throw food away. So I'm very
Okay.
mindful about food. So for me, if you come in and you're having a meal and you're like, "Oh, I'm not full," I'll get you some more potatoes. Just don't throw them away.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? I'll get you some more if you're not full.
Yeah.
I'm happy with making sure you're satisfied when you leave, but I don't want to throw food away.
I like
So,
that.
so it's very intentional. The portions. I do have a man meal
Yeah.
with 3 pan-fried pork chops. So it's big. It's big.
I think that's too manly for John.
Yeah.
I definitely,
stop at
I
one.
definitely have a man meal. Thin, real thin. Like my mom used to make the thin pan-fried pork chops. Amazing.
And then explain these legendary destination pancakes.
They're just a pancake made with love. They have the crispy edges and they're soft inside. And we use maple syrup and we melt the butter into the maple syrup. And so
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's like cotton candy. It tastes to
Yeah.
me like cotton candy.
Oh God.
But
Yeah.
they also they have a richness and a lightness.
Yeah.
Which is
It's
what
like
you look for in a
yeah.
pancake. And I mean, you just take a bite and your eyes pop and go, oh shit, I can't stop eating these.
I'm
which
in
is,
trouble.
Which is deadly when it
Yeah.
comes to
I'm in
pancakes.
trouble if I'm going to be able to get this pancake 2 blocks away on
Yeah.
starting on
Yeah.
a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Every day.
So you also have a bar program here.
Yeah.
Tell us about the because, we just talked about on the podcast today, how I take cocktails for granted now because great cocktails,
Yeah.
great mixologists
Sure.
used to be a rare thing, but
Right.
now
It's everywhere. Yeah.
downtown is full of them. So,
Yeah. So,
what's your philosophy? And tell me about what makes a good cocktail bar versus a bad one.
I think, I haven't drank in 25 years, so there's that. But I think that with our particular bar, I think it's just doing classics with a twist. It's like my food, right? Keeping it simple and consistent, but like really, really done well. So I take the same philosophy behind the bar as I do in the kitchen. I don't want to alienate people or intimidate people. I want them to be able to recognize what they're drinking and have it be approachable. Same as my food.
You do any smoked cocktails?
No, none of that. None of that.
I'm so over smoked cocktails.
that.
Oh my God.
None of that.
Like woo,
Yeah, it was cool. I remember I got a smoked Coke at the place on Tony's place on Fremont. That stuff
Yeah.
up the little bar that used to be a speakeasy on the top floor.
On the second floor. Yeah.
Had 10 seats.
Yes, yeah. They were doing all kinds of stuff, but
Yeah.
like everything, caviar gets overdone.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about caviar.
Sure.
Okay. I think Nat's going to be on my side with caviar, though.
I just think it's way overdone. Comment, please.
I have caviar on my menu. I do truffle chips and caviar with a little creme fraiche and some chives. And I just think it's an elevated bar snack. I don't want to take myself too seriously, but I think it's nice for somebody that wants to come in and have freaking caviar.
Thank you, Chef.
That's it.
You mean like
But
the,
I actually,
the
I
trend
think,
followers?
I-
The sheep,
But
the
I'm not.
sheeple.
But for me, I didn't
Okay.
do it to follow a trend. I just thought it would
Yeah.
be an elevated snack
Yeah,
for people.
I think this is where, let me help John win his own argument here. John's sick of caviar being used everywhere
Yeah.
and seeing it just as an added ingredient
Oh,
to,
no,
yeah.
yeah.
oh, here's a great chicken nugget.
With a caviar.
But
on
let me upsell and throw caviar on it.
You like Cheerios? We'll put caviar.
Yeah. So I think the chef would agree that that's not the correct use of caviar.
I'm a purist in most everything. I don't like bacon on my donuts. I just like a nice
Thank
glazed donut.
Right.
I don't like anything with my caviar. I just like caviar and a nice little truffle chip. And I keep it simple. I'm not trying to recreate the wheel. I'm just trying to do what I do consistently and in a simple manner.
Do you let pineapple on pizza?
I do not like pineapple on pizza.
See, there you go.
Yes.
See,
Do
and,
not.
you know,
That's just me, though.
You know when all this crap started? I mean, I remember going to
Do you like
Portland.
pineapple on pizza?
No,
oh,
no,
okay.
no. I mean, I won't crucify someone who does it, but it's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I remember being in Portland in the early 2000s when it was getting really cool around maybe like 20 years ago, like right now. And I went to that place now very famous place called Voodoo Donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had heard Voodoo Donuts, gotta go. And of course you walk in, we get up early, we walk down there. Sure enough, I mean, there's literally 60 people in line
waiting
for
in line
Voodoo
for
Donuts.
Voodoo, yeah.
I walk in and I'm stupefied by,
Well,
here what we did, we took Captain Crunch and dumped all
That's
that
what they-
in,
yeah.
and then we cut it in half and put a fudge brownie inside the donut. And then we put sprinkles
true.
on top,
It's
and
true.
then we put a
It's
milkshake
true.
on the
It's
top.
true.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
I'm like,
true.
yeah, and this is when I knew I was getting old.
There's a place in Venice on Abbot Kinney. It's called Blue Star Donuts, and they have a donut called the OG.
Yeah,
That's my jam.
yeah.
It's like a glazed donut with a little bit of orange in it, like
yeah.
Grand Marnier. I think they have a little bit of cook off some Grand Marnier in their frosting. Oh my goodness,
Well, we all have an
OG.
iconic donut, and mine is a place called Downy Flake in Nantucket, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And it's about the size of your bar.
Yeah.
And there's a little deep fryer in
Sure.
the back, and although I think it may have closed by now, but all they do is like 4 kinds of donuts, and they do a small cinnamon cake donut.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
not a big ass
Yeah,
thing.
no.
You know, small thing, fresh out, cinnamon sugar.
that's
They
it.
bring them out, and
oh yeah.
you get them by the dozen,
Yeah.
and you take a bite, and you go.
And you're
You know,
eating
I have
6 of
died
them.
and gone to heaven. Okay,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
a donut to
Yeah.
me. You know,
Yeah. Same.
not Captain Crunch
No,
and a
you know,
brownie
and-
inside the donut.
But I think things go through a transition like that, right? But I've never been like, I've worked in restaurants where there are 15 steps to a plate. I want 5 steps or less to my plate, and that's how I
Yeah.
deal with my food.
Addition by subtraction. We
Mm-hmm.
talk
Right.
about it all the time.
Well, that's a good segue. Okay, let's start getting into some questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's. We
All right.
prepared some questions.
All right.
Yes. Okay, this is you first, Ash. We'll do alternating.
Okay,
put you on the spot.
these are questions for chef about chef.
Okay.
What are your favorite spots around town to go eat, or even for a guilty pleasure?
I like, what's the kid that got the James Beard, the tacos?
DJ Flores.
Yes,
yeah.
I like DJ's
He's
street
coming
tacos.
downtown. He's coming
I
downtown.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
so. He's a lovely human, and
Yeah,
his
he's a
food,
nice
I
guy.
love his tacos. That his place,
Milpa.
Milpa,
okay.
is fantastic. I like Osaka I'm just
okay.
old school.
Old school.
Sahara.
I'm
Ah.
old school.
That's like the oldest sushi bar
I
in
know.
town.
Yeah,
What is the one that I always
yeah.
see when I'm going through
Yeah.
McCarran or Harry Reid, whatever you call it now, the airport? They've always have their sign,
Yeah,
Osaka.
I don't go there anymore, but I used to go there all the
I
time. But
just like old school. It's
Yeah.
not fancy. It's just it's
Yeah.
consistent.
Right.
It's old school.
do you do steakhouses?
I like a good steak, and if I want there's two places I'll go for a good ribeye, and that's the Eiffel Tower. If I want to just blow the wad and have a nice ribeye,
yeah.
and have a slab of foie gras on top of it, like really do it, yeah, really do it.
My heart just stopped on
Yeah,
that.
and that's like maybe once a year or something.
Okay.
And then I like the place in not the Palms, down here at the end of the Fremont Street. Oscars. I like their
Oscars.
steak.
Yes.
I
know.
have a nice steak in there. You don't like Oscars?
Nope.
I love Oscar.
Good, perfect. Look at
But
that.
I get all these people like, it's not that good. Not as good as berries. Berries better.
No, I had berries, and berries is lovely, but I'm a ribeye. I'm very
She
specific.
was a beautifully smart human being.
I'm not disagreeing on this opinion.
Okay.
Like he's acting like we disagree that Oscars is not a great
Just
place.
for a steak. I like
No,
this.
it's
If
a
I'm
cool-
going for a steak, I'm going to either Oscars or I'm going to the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, I
There
love
you
it.
go. We
I
heard
love
it
it.
from the mouth of a great chef.
Yes.
That's where I'm going.
Okay, so tell me about a classic experience early in your career that shaped you as a chef and a food person.
I remember I was just learning how to cook, and I had this chef, and she said she wouldn't let me do anything. I was like a prep cook or whatever, and I was in the kitchen, and I was super young. And she goes, I want you to stand here. Let me do something. She goes, okay, stand here. And it was this big vat of heavy cream. She goes, I want you to stand here. I want you to watch this heavy cream. And I go,
Watch it do what?
yeah. I was like, I could do more than that. And of course, I started talking and messing around, and it overflowed and went into the stove. And she made me clean that whole stove.
It was getting hot.
She said, the next time I tell you to watch something,
Watch it.
you better
Yeah.
watch it because there's a reason.
Yeah.
And so I'll never forget that. I was probably 19 years old, and I had to clean that whole
Oh, God. And
freaking
it went
stove.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's not heavy cream is not easy to
And
clean
it
up.
boils up, and once it starts, it is, it's like a volcano.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a great lesson.
Yeah.
You know, you might not recognize or realize what is going on, but someone else does, and don't assume they don't know. Yeah.
It's true in all,
Oh yes, in all
you ever been
professions.
an electrician or a plumber
Yeah.
or a bartender. I mean, someone says do this. Why do I have to do that?
Yeah.
Maybe- but-
Sounds stupid, but
But no, now you know how to do it. Okay?
That was a lesson that I learned and I took with me from my entire cooking career. And every time somebody was showing me something, I would go into a restaurant, they say, do you know how to debone a duck or a piece of fish or fillet a filet or whatever? And I'd say, I do, but show me how you do it here.
yeah.
So humility is very important. And that's how I got to where I'm at. I never went to culinary school. I learned from great chefs showing me how to do it.
Again,
Okay.
it's the old
Yeah, old school.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Okay.
Humility is something that
John knows nothing about.
short supply around my house.
Okay, this segues into our next question, but let's take a quick break, come back, and then I want to hear about what inspired you to really grabbed you to be the chef that you are. All right?
Okay.
We'll be back.
I'm the best.
Personal injury law has been the same for a long time.
The best.
Big egos, greed, and sleazy schemes. We've had enough. Welcome to Salmon Ash, the new standard for personal injury law, where things are done the right way, because you deserve a team that delivers real support and results. When you have both, your whole world can change. Salmon Ash Injury Law, because you deserve what's right.
Okay,
And
we're
then
back.
The shed.
The shed's awesome.
The shed is
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
The best.
The green chili.
Oh, we're back, and you guys are missing a great conversation
God.
on Santa Fe and New
And
Mexico food.
Boy, nothing gets me happier.
My favorite. Yep.
We should take the show on the road.
I know.
Oh, I'm there.
They'll do
I'm there.
fresh sopapillas and stuff them with chili verde.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like one of the best things you can ever eat in
I
the whole
love
world.
chili verde.
Okay.
Okay, before the break, I want to know what's the first dish you ever cooked, and then when you tasted it, it captured you, and you were like, "I love this. I'm hooked."
I have no idea. I can tell you
I love
that
it.
my first job was at an Italian restaurant. And I remember my dad told me I wanted to be an artist. And my dad said, you better figure out a way to pay your rent. And I was
like
like,
a dad thing to
yeah.
say.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I was walking down the street in Market Street Market in Denver, Colorado. And there was a 3-story Italian restaurant. And you could see the people in their bistro aprons. And it was hustling and bustling. And it was nighttime and it was lit up. And I was like, oh. And I went inside and I asked them for a job. And they put me behind they had an antipasta bar. And so I found out that I could do art with food.
Ah.
And so that's how I got into doing food. And I made these beautiful, they let me just be creative with these antipasta
Platters
boards.
and things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charcuterie
So that was
board.
Charcuterie.
Nice.
Charcuterie.
Where it started.
Yep, that's where it started.
Started with charcuterie.
It absolutely did.
See, next time you start making fun of someone for liking a good charcuterie board.
Well, no, it's not that I don't. Again, it's like caviar and truffles. It's
Everybody's
just,
doing it,
Everybody's
overdone.
doing it. You
Yeah.
know, it was exciting the first
Yeah.
500 times I had
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
doesn't
I get it.
doesn't float my boat anymore.
See, I like charcuterie boards. I like caviar, and I like to. I don't like any more meals. Like I want to taste a lot
You're a
of little
grazer.
things. Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Then you should come eat with me because I just order everything and I take
Yeah,
a bite and a
but I
bite
do-
and a
yeah,
bite.
yeah.
But I do that too. That's how
Yeah.
I prefer to
It's a
eat.
complete
Like,
pain in the ass to eat with. I mean,
yeah.
let me tell you.
Just taste everything, right?
Okay. Is there something you won't cook or won't eat?
I don't care for goat cheese, and you know,
Wait,
I'm
why?
gonna get. Hold on, I'm gonna get some grief for this. Lamb.
Okay, why?
I don't
and why?
care. I don't care for lamb because I had to make lamb stock at the Eiffel Tower restaurant, and it used to just. It was so.
It's intense
Oh.
and musky. It get very musky, and you can't get that smell out of your nostrils.
And we made gigantic. We had to roast the bones, and and also I was a butcher at the Coyote Cafe, and I'd get whole baby lambs in and have to butcher them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that would get me out of.
Little eyelashes and.
So we're not taking you to Greece anytime soon.
No,
Okay.
I'm
all
good.
right. All
Wait,
right.
what's wrong with goat cheese?
I'm just. It's just.
It's
it's
goaty.
just.
It's very goaty.
It's just something I don't like. Yeah.
Again, it has sort of a gamey edge to it. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes
Okay.
it can be
Yeah.
very fresh, but it can also
Me,
be.
I don't think there's anything. It's just me personally. Yeah. Goat cheese.
I
Goat
like
cheese
it.
and lamb.
Everybody has something.
Yeah.
What is it that I don't like? I can't remember what
Oh,
I
I don't
want.
like. I don't like anchovies and sardines. That's mine.
Ooh,
Like,
I like me a sardine. That tin fish thing.
You know, my
I'm all
wife.
about it.
My wife, she looks at a tinned fish the way some people look at a sirloin steak.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
I just,
she
It's
just.
a thing right now.
It is.
You give the oiliest,
Yeah.
nastiest, stinkiest
Yep.
Scandinavian fish.
Nope.
She's just eating it right
Nope.
out of the can,
Yep.
right out of
That's
the tin.
one thing I'm very sensitive to is that fish smell. Like even
Yeah.
with sushi, I love sushi. I'm obsessed with it. But if I even get a whiff,
Well, you shouldn't though.
that,
You
no, I
should.
know.
Not in a good
no, but I
sushi
mean,
bar, yeah.
even when I walk into the restaurant, even if I'm like,
Yeah, you shouldn't though.
and then
Yeah.
so I think that's the issue with tinned fish is it's still that
It's pretty stinky, yeah.
it's
yeah.
just
See, my parents were from the South. My dad was in the military, so we had the literal like the I grew up eating the smoked oysters in the tin and the
Yeah.
sardines. It was a
Right.
treat with saltine crackers and hot sauce.
yeah. For
It was
me,
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember all
Now
the
it's
like
cool.
Yeah,
all the cats, cartoon cats were loving sardines. And I didn't. I was like, I don't get
I'm
it.
not eating
Yeah,
that.
I was like, they can have it. Leave that one for Sylvester.
Okay. How do you judge your restaurant? How do you judge your restaurant?
How do I judge this restaurant or a restaurant?
No, we're taking you out to. You walk in.
Oh, how do I judge a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are you looking for when you walk into a restaurant?
That's a
So
good one.
I'm an interesting diner because I put things where they belong. If it's a diner and they serve a great mashed potato and a great hamburger, I'm happy with that. If I go to a place and it's supposed to be a steak and it's supposed to be medium rare and it's seasoned perfectly, I'm happy with that. I judge a place by consistent, friendly service, checking back. Is it clean? I hate fingerprints on the door when I walk into an establishment. Pet peeve, fingerprints on the front door.
Oh, Ash will remember
Good
that one.
one.
How
I
do you
like
feel about
it.
tails on the shrimp? She gets all exercised about when people leave tails on the
If
shrimp.
it's cold, I'm okay. If it's hot, I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty sure my example was if I get a pasta dish.
I don't want to be digging through the
I don't-
tails.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
I feel
fine.
vindicated,
Okay,
Chef.
vindicated.
Yeah.
I know.
Vindication for Ashley Watkins. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
uh,
Who's been the biggest influence in your culinary career?
My mom.
Oh,
Really? What kind of cook was she?
So my mom would make like lasagna and fried chicken and ribs and banana pudding and rice pudding and that southern influence. And she just put so much. She was a big woman, so she would lean on the counter in the fryer and she would dip that chicken in the flour and the egg, and she would
Yeah.
lean over and dip it into the fryer and stand there and stare at it and stir it and love on it. And then we would get in a platter. She would make a platter of fried chicken, and that shit would sit on the counter until we ate it all. So it'd be out there for a couple days or whatever, and you just go down and grab a piece of
love
chicken and eat it. We didn't die.
By the way, great fried chicken
Yeah.
at Old Soul.
yeah.
I mean, iconic fried chicken, which hard to find in Las Vegas.
We're gonna do it here too.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
do
just gonna, you read my mind.
Yeah, we'll
I
do a
mean-
bourbon blues and fried chicken night. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of mediocre chicken and waffles that the chefs think are better than
yeah.
they really are.
I
but
mean, what are your
this
thoughts
is the
on
real
chicken
deal.
and waffles?
I know. No, don't be adding in. You're adding the cornflakes on top of my donut now.
Yeah.
Don't be adding waffles to my fried chicken.
Thank you. Are you? John,
They're
are
two.
you-
They're two separate.
Yeah, it became a thing, and I don't hate it, but it also is like, no.
It's
I
not
mean,
my thing.
It's
yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't like sweet with savory. I like
Oh, I
savory,
do.
savory,
I
sweet,
do.
sweet.
I do.
Yeah.
I like.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, a fried chicken should be southern fried, crispy, just
Yep.
the right amount of crispy and moist. Mashed potatoes, I'm
Yep.
guessing.
Yep.
Maybe a little mac and cheese.
Yep.
And collard greens.
Yep. And cornbread.
And cornbread.
Oh,
and
there
a
you go.
big
Yes,
hunk of cornbread.
yes.
And I'll throw it in there on the collard greens. My mom used to make sliced tomatoes, white onions, and cucumber in white vinegar, salt, and pepper, and that goes on top of the collard greens.
Oh.
It's a southern thing. Or chow chow, which is
Yeah, like a
it's a
pickle
whole
relish.
different.
Like
It's
a
a
pickle
whole.
relish.
It's a
yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a corn
Okay.
pickle relish.
Yeah.
Sweetened or unsweetened cornbread?
I like sweet.
Me too. Yeah. That's such a thing, but it's
I
a
like
southern
sweet.
thing. I
Yeah,
like
it's a
sweetened
southern
cornbread.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And a southern thing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I got my grits with sugar and
Yeah.
butter, and as I got older, I got it with cheddar cheese.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Grits.
Cheesy
We-
grits or
we didn't
sweet
even talk
grits?
about it.
It's a thing.
No,
I mean,
look,
I don't like to
know.
give props to my ex-wives, but I have one of them that makes a great cheese grit souffle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Yeah, grits
I
are
mean,
the-
it was
grits
almost
are-
enough to keep us married.
Oh,
okay?
almost.
You didn't like steal. You didn't
Almost.
get that recipe in the divorce.
No, I didn't get her. She still makes it.
Yeah.
I've had it at her house since the divorce.
Nice.
It's great. It's
Oh
great.
my God.
Okay, a couple more and we'll
Sure.
wrap this up. What kind of music? Go back to music.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a genre or type of music you will not allow it echo, taste, sound.
Oh, I'm gonna get some shit for this one. Rap.
Rap.
Rap with the N word. Not
Okay.
having it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not having it.
All
Well-
rap or just rap with the N word?
If it has any derogatory message, I'm kicking the dog and beating the wife and hose this and hose that.
Well,
I'm
I
not
was
doing
gonna
it.
say,
I'm not
So
doing
that's
it.
all rap.
I'm not doing any of that.
There's a thick
it's
band
just
of misogyny in a lot of rap
Listen,
too. That's
it's
hard
just-
to listen to.
It's
okay.
just, yeah, it's just my personal preference.
Putting
To
women
each
down
his
left
own.
and right.
Yes.
It's just like
yes.
It's got to be feel good. This whole
yeah.
restaurant is about feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, not doing it.
What about
Very
country?
clear on that. No rap, no country.
Yeah, I'm a country.
That's the end of the spectrum. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I tell everybody, go, no rap, no country. Sorry, guys, no N-word, not doing it, not having it.
But you want there's a vibe here. It's just this wavy kind of
Yeah,
vibe, right?
yeah.
And nothing again. I'm not a country music fan at all. But let's put that on the shelf. You don't want anything that's just takes away from that
Yeah.
subtle kind of feeling that
There-
you
there's
get around
enough-
you in this
there's
place.
enough. I'm gonna beat your ass and beat somebody up out there. I don't want to bring that in here. I just want to chill and have a nice environment. I want it to be inclusive and everybody have a nice time. Chill out, have a conversation, have a drink, have a snack, and enjoy the plants, enjoy the music, have a nice time, and then
So-
go back to that when you want to go back to that.
So what's your favorite music?
From A to Z. From A to Z. I'm really loving jazz right now. You know, yeah, I love it all. Oh, I love it all. I love me some Led Zeppelin. I love,
Ooh.
Erykah Badu.
It's
I
white
love.
boy music.
Yeah, I like it all. I like it all though.
Yeah.
I'm versatile. I like it all. Yeah.
I like Led Zeppelin too. The first 8,000 times I heard all their songs.
I still like it.
Yeah, and
I'm
then I just
really,
went,
yeah.
enough already.
No, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it. Love
yeah.
it. Loud in here. Sometimes
Yeah.
I come in here and I just turn up the music and by myself, and I get goosebumps. I just stand here and I listen to. I like Pearl Jam. I mean, I like everything.
You had, I think, was it Creed?
Yeah.
Take Me Higher.
Yeah.
Or you lift me, and I came in here and I just was.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no. And you had the music way
Yeah,
up. It
yeah.
was really
by
incredible.
myself. Yep.
Okay, I think we're almost ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay.
I've told you what my pet peeve was this week, which was tails on shrimp in hot dishes and spaghetti.
Yeah.
John, yours was
The waiters who interrupt you when you're in the middle of a conversation at a table, especially
Yeah.
table when
Sure.
you can see people and I'm leaning in and we're all talking and you can see people are talking to waiters like, who gets the gin and tonic? It's like, and then when they do it the third time, you could just walk away, leave
Right.
it. It just gets me.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
I mean that's a subtle. There's an art to it, and I don't think
I
young
agree.
waiters get that
I
yet
agree.
because they're so eager to be efficient that they don't realize that when it happens, it's jarring to me. So what's your pet peeve?
I think probably something close to that. When I would be and eat, and my best friend would come and have breakfast with me, we didn't have very much time together, and we're engaged, and we're literally talking
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this, and
yeah.
people walk up and go, "I don't mean to interrupt you,"
but I'm gonna interrupt you.
and I'm like, and I was like,
Yeah.
"But you are, but
Yeah,
you are."
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I know that people, whatever their agenda is, but it's like, man, when I have a few special people in my life that I get to have a moment with, and I'm getting older, so I lose track of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's
So
like-
if you interrupt me, I'm gonna forget. And it was good.
Yeah. I was in the middle of a
Yeah,
story.
it was so good.
And then I forgot
what it was. Happens all the time.
Oh,
so
God.
don't interrupt.
Yeah.
Interrupt.
Yeah, I think it's a hard thing for waiters to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
When
is.
to come up at the right time.
It is. Well, this has been fabulous.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thanks for coming.
Eat, Talk, Repeat. Tell everyone where they can find this spot in the Arts
yeah.
District and online. And you.
So we're at the Colorado on 1301 Main Street in the Arts District. We are Echo Taste and Sound. You can find us online, echotastesound.com. Events, parties. You want to just come in here and work on your laptop and have a cocktail, we're happy to host you. I want this to be, don't be intimidated by what you see. Come on in, sit all the way down, enjoy yourself, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the music, and say hello. I'm always here.
And most of the furniture is so comfortable you won't want to get out of it.
Yeah.
If you can even get out of
Yeah,
it.
some of them are a little low for an old fat guy like me, but they are. And the furniture in here is
Oh my
fabulous,
God, I love
fantastic.
it. Well,
Thank you.
Chef.
All right.
Thank you
All
guys.
right.
Thanks
We
for
love this
coming. I
place.
appreciate
Great.
you guys. Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah. Come on in.
Radio video.